So here you go, here they are. Got my Norco stickers on now. These are reflective, so they should look quite snazzy once they're on the bike. Right, let's get on and start fitting them. So these are the forks I'm replacing, and to be fair, they have been really good forks. They've been, I've had no problems with them, and I'm replacing them with these purely because I'm running them on my track, and I had no problems with my track ones at all. But my main reason, and my only reason really, is tyre width. As you can see, there's plenty of room down here on these, but not quite enough for the tyres I want to use. I want to put some 5-inch tyres, or 4.8s, because I do a lot of tarmac riding. I tend to blow my tyres up to their full capacity, which makes them really hard, so I can go faster without so much drag. So that's the only reason I'm swapping them, really. But yeah, so we'll see how we get on. So I decided to go on and cut my handlebars where I want them, just like the last slot was on there. Not handlebars, sorry, the actual fork stem. Just to so it's all done. I ain't gotta come back at it then. But just a heads up, when I was doing up the maxle, this one here, as you can see, don't know how clear it's going to come out, but the actual bolt snapped off inside. There's the part that snapped off, and it's a shame really, because it does finish it off. It makes it all nice and flush, but always on hand I have spare maxles. But I'm going to get a quick release for this one anyway, like I've got for my other bikes. It just makes more sense. But yeah, getting back to the cutter, what you do, the best way to do it is mark up where you want to cut and get yourself a little pipe cutter, because it's just a much tidier job than using a hand saw. I mean, I used to hand saw them years ago just for quickness, but yeah, these aren't very dear. They're quite cheap, these little things here, little pipe cutters. I've got a couple banging around here somewhere, a couple of more, like, you know. But yeah, really worth the money. Save you a lot of hassle, and you get a nice straight cut. So what I'm going to do is cut it off, get another star nut, fire the star nut down in, yeah, and just do it like that. Just makes more sense really. But yeah, right, let's crack on. So there you go. 2 star nuts I put in. Reason being is I put one down to about here, so I can put a bolt up through there, which means you can add a headlight bracket, or a bracket for a mud guard, stuff like that. So it's just in there, it's in there if I want to use it, and if I don't want to use it, I don't have to use it. But I won't need to take the forks off again to actually fire one up from underneath, which makes a lot of sense. And if you spotted it in the video, you've seen I went right through. That was just an accident. You know, I just hit it right through, but it was just too far. I was forgetting about how it goes wider down the bottom there. But yeah, so I'm happy with that height. That's the exact height I had on the other ones. So it'll all look exactly the same basically. But yeah, and I also had to go to a better cutter, because this one is sort of had it. Lucky enough I had the good old Faithful in there, which is a bit bigger and more easier to handle really. So yeah, right, let's crack on. So there you go, all on, I'm done, I'm ready for testing. I've set them all up as best I can here, because I put the other wheel back in, the other wheels back in now. I've got to reset the gears on the back because they're slightly different to the ones what were in there. But yeah, looking more like when I first got her now. But yeah, they should be pretty good. I haven't used this one here because it'll pull on the guard, so I fed him up through there. I'm quite happy with that. So that's exactly what I've done on my other bike. But yeah, they're looking quite good really, as you can see. Anyway, I'll stick up a testing when I'm done. So basically it's a case of be careful out there, stay safe, and get out and ride.